Hi everyone and welcome back to VTV. I have a story right here to share with you guys out of Texas. Killer nurse suspected of death of as many as 60 children. And again, we can see this is just another example of Caucasoid devils doing what they do. A former Texas nurse serving a 99-year sentence for killing a child and suspected in the poisoning death of dozens more has been indicted of a new charge of murdering a toddler 35 years ago. Sorry, guys. Janine Jones, 66, was indicted by a grand jury on Wednesday in the September 1981 death of a 2-year-old Rosemary Vega, according to Brazos County Prosecutor's Office. The indictment came a month after Jones was indicted in the December 1981 killing of an 11-month-old Joshua Sawyer, who was injected with the toxic dose of an anti-seizure drug, Dilantin. And you see, here's something that I just want to point out to you guys really quick. This disgusting Caucasoid devil is smiling. She got a thrill out of killing defenseless babies. But for some reason, we don't want to conclude that these people are evil, even though history and present tells us otherwise. It's not an easy thing to swallow, but it is what it is. If the evidence concurs that they're evil, that they get a thrill out of killing, destroying, torturing, raping, pedophilia, everything that you can think of that is bad goes back to these Caucasoid devils. And that's just what it is. The disgusting female Caucasoid devils are sometimes worse than the men. Like, it's really disgusting. It's these constant acts of terrorism that are going completely unchecked. It's so out of hand. It's so out of hand. Like, I don't understand honestly how I'm even on the planet right now. I did not sign up for this. Pretty much I didn't sign up for this, but I'm gonna finish the article. Law enforcement are focusing fresh attention on the killer nurse because in 1970 state law aimed at easing prison overcrowding mandated that she be free on parole in March of 2018. Wow, really? So this is disgusting. This disgusting Caucasoid devil is being charged with killing at least 60 children. But she's going to be freed next year. Not even a year. She won't even be in prison for a year. She will serve maybe 6 months in prison. And they're saying overcrowding because it's like, well, we could just imprison a black person that hasn't committed any crimes and we can just let her out, because what's important to American society is that these Caucasoid devils get away with everything that they do so that they can continue to push the narrative that black people are bad and Caucasoid devils are good. And so that's why black people are in prison, even though you have this disgusting demon smiling on her mugshot after being charged with killing over 60 babies. But she's fine. She's fine to be out rolling the streets. There's no reason to fear, no reason to lock her up. Murder has no statute of limitations, so authority formed a task force to reinvestigate killings that weren't pursued decades ago. She is pure evil, and justice warrants that she be held accountable for the crimes she committed, District Attorney Nico Lahoud said in May. Our office will attempt to account for every child whose life was stolen by the actions of Jones. The only focus is justice. And the thing is, Nico Lahoud isn't a white person. So I think that he wants to try to hold her accountable, but that I just don't see that as happening. Like, I don't see it happening. The grand jury on Wednesday recommended Jones' bond be set at $1 million to ensure she will remain behind bars pending trial on the new charges. Prior to her mandatory release, she will be extradited back to Baxter County, where she will await trial for the new charges. Jones is suspected as killing up to 60 children while working as a licensed vocational nurse at a pediatric clinic during the 1970s and early 80s, Lahoud said in March. In 1984, Jones was convicted in the 1982 murder of 15-year-old Chelsea McLean and the attempted murder of 18-year-old Rolando Jones. Both children, authorities said, were injected in with a potent drug. Now, so a lot of people should be being sued in this situation. So you get a disgusting Caucasoid devil working as a nurse. She's found convicted of killing 2 babies, and yet they allow her to continue her reign of terror. You're just like, okay, well, we know who you are. We're the same way, so go ahead and finish doing what you do. It's all in the name of fun. This is how we entertain ourselves. Prosecutors presented evidence in the trial showing 6 children in Jones' care were beset with unexplained seizures, according to the Dallas Morning News. Investigators theorized she intended the children to suffer distress so that she could, I read about this lady before, she could resuscitate them and look like a hero. Jones, who denied any wrongdoing, was sentenced to for 99 years behind bars. I'm sorry, guys. Like, my anxieties, I feel like my throat's closing up, so I'm really trying to get this read and I don't know. So this is the disgusting Caucasoid devil when she was originally arrested for killing 2 children, but then they felt like she was okay to go out and kill 60 more. It's who they are. And this is the thing that we need to realize. We're always looking for some kind of justice to be handed down to a Caucasoid devil, but you need to realize that the people in charge of handing down that justice is a Caucasoid devil themselves. And so they don't see anything wrong with killing for a thrill, for raping a child, for incest, for pedophilia, for they don't see anything wrong with it, but we're asking them to punish one of their own for something that is in their nature, and they're not going to do that. And we're constantly surprised when there's a terrorist cop gets off for slaughtering and murdering a Black person. Every time that happens, we seem to be shocked and surprised and, oh my gosh, I can't even believe this, even though it's the same thing for the last 400 years. Like, no one at any point said that it was illegal to murder Black people. Like, it's not even in the law. Like it's just not even something that they're going to do. They're never going to prosecute them. They're never going to be held accountable for anything, because you're asking the same people who they are to prosecute them. They all get this thrill out of killing. There's no empathy. There's no regards for human life. It's nothing to them. And so for us to keep thinking that there's going to be some form of justice, and we can just sit there and wait for it to happen, is just delusional. It really is delusional. And there's case after case after case after case that is evident to the contrary, that they're not going to do anything. Like, they're just not. And you can, even on here's another Caucasoid devil. You know, here's another Caucasoid devil. And you don't have to look for it. You don't even have to look for it. It's everywhere. It is everywhere. It is an epidemic. You can't get away from it. And that's the sickening thing for me, is that I can't escape it. I can't bury my head in the sand deep enough to not be affected on a daily basis by these Caucasoid devils and their terroristic behavior. You don't have to look for it. I'm just showing you one, and then there's two on the side right here that I'm not even, addressing. And so when I tell you guys that this is a daily occurrence with these Caucasoid devils. It's happening so often, and there's so many cases every day that is documented that I couldn't even bring you guys all of the stuff that they do in one day just in America. Like, I couldn't. And I tell you guys, these are global terrorists, and a lot of people want to make excuses and say, well, it's not all of them, or there are some good ones, or black people kill people too. But no one kills on the level that these Caucasoid devils do. No one and nothing brings as much destruction, chaos, and turmoil than these Caucasoid devils. No one does. And if you don't believe me, do the investigation for yourself. Do a little bit of reading, read a book, look up some stuff on Google. Right now we have so much information at our fingertips, and yet we would rather walk around ignorant and thinking that the same terrorists that are killing us and committing genocide against the Black community right now, we're somehow thinking that those same individuals are going to rescue us from themselves. And it's illogical, and it makes no sense. And we really have to stop that mindset and thinking that either some imaginary God named Jesus that's white and very fictional, same as Santa Claus. I think it's expecting their God to help you is the same. It really is almost the same as expecting Santa Claus to come deliver you a $30 million house. Like, it's just irrational. It's illogical, and it's not going to happen. And so if we can't learn from the past all the way up to the present and right now, then we're very doomed. We're doomed, and honestly, our lives aren't even worth living at this point. And it's because we're constantly passing the next generation of Black people. We're passing them terrorists. We're saying, here's some terrorists, you deal with it. And we're constantly doing this. And we're not even raising our children in a way that they can recognize these terrorists as what they are. We need to teach our children to recognize them and stop teaching them that we're all the same and everyone's great and dandy, and don't judge people based on their race. And that's dangerous. It's dangerous for our children for us to teach them that. It's dangerous for our children for us to teach them just to forgive and to pray. we're teaching our kids to walk into the lion's den. We're saying don't learn from any mistakes of our ancestors and trusting these disgusting terrorists. Don't learn from, you know, the last 500 years and beyond. Don't learn from that and just keep this blind faith that eventually one day some white Jesus is going to save you. And it's ridiculous, and it's disgusting, and it's harmful, and it's sickening, and it's very dangerous. It's very dangerous. And I just need people to realize that. And I know that was very off topic, but it is what it is. And I felt like it definitely needed to be addressed. And I will say the same thing over and over and over and over if I feel like I need to do that. All I can do is what I feel like I need to do, which is getting information out there and showing you who we're up against. Investigators said there were marked increases in there were marked increases in child deaths at the facility where Jones worked. Nevertheless, authorities at the time did not pursue additional charges against her. In many of the cases, medical records were no longer available. The district attorney has cited continuing investigations, declining to share additional details. I'm trying to see if this is a video that I'm going to play, but this looks like, yeah, Misery. Jones was rumored to be the inspiration behind the horror-writing Stephen King's bestseller novel, Misery. In 1991, Jones' nephew was caught breaking into King's home in Maine in a failed effort to pursue the writer to help with his sequel to Misery. The nephew was sentenced to 2 years probation. Jones, serving time in the Murray unit in Gatesville, did not respond to the message sent to her in a prison email. David Lohr covered crimes and missing persons, tips, feedback, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, anyways, devil, disgusting, Caucasoid, murderer. I mean, pretty much it's the same thing over and over and over again. They're telling you that they knew this person was a disgusting terrorist murderer, and they just let her continue to murder and do what she does. And they probably just look at it as, you know, she was going fishing. It's just regular everyday behavior and activities. And when someone is smiling after killing over 60 children, she knows nothing's going to happen to her, because she's like, okay, well, you guys knew I was a disgusting terrorist killer back in, you know, 1981. So she's like, it's 2017. You know, she's gonna die. She's happy. She's thrilled. She already got all her jollies off that she could possibly get, and she knows she's not going to face any real consequences for her behavior. So that is what it is, and it's disgusting. And I'm just, yeah, I will just continue to bring this information to you guys, and what you choose to do with the knowledge that you have is up to you. But I hope that we can learn and continue to learn and grow and stop repeating the same behavior and expecting a different outcome. So thank you guys for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video, guys. The more we get this information out there, the better. We need to change the narrative so that we can stop believing in a fairy tale and a fantasy existence. Okay. Thank you guys, and I'll see you later.